As a lifelong reader of National Geographic, I have been exposed to the world. As an artist with today's technology, I have been exposed to people from all over the world. With this special issue, National Geographic has chosen to make us more involved in the world. I'll be jumping into this issue in an art way. I have chosen to use topics from certain pages and make my own issue. Sometimes I will use National Geographic's layout format. Sometimes I will use the title from a chosen page. Sometimes I will use an image from a chosen page. In no way am I affiliated with National Geographic, and in no way is it my intention to deface National Geographic. This is a fun art project. Please play along. Use the hashtag April Nat Geo Art, all one word, as your posts. Thanks and enjoy. Me, Beth. And my Instagram is at 4x8 Paper Stuff if you want to see it close up. So let's get going. Okay, so today I did rises. Is that correct how I titled it? The word, which you don't have to go by the word or anything. You just have to go by what hits you. Rise, yeah. So rise in this instance in the National Geographic edition is about cities rising out of refugee camps, which is so bizarre in so many ways. And I don't think I would have the fortitude to do all that. All along in these little mini spreads that National Geographic chose to do, they have these passport stamps or whatever these are. And I find them fascinating. And I have replicated some of these shapes. So that might happen. Otherwise, I love the color of all of this. The produce, this is a little market, a produce and food market, I guess. And that's just his tablecloth, which to me, that's the prettiest part of the whole thing. Keep calm and schedule on. I think that's funny. Not because I'm a planner, but, you know, his life has been totally up in an upheaval. And he still thinks he needs to schedule, or that's just a shirt he was able to get. These are South Sudan refugees. Try to make the best of what little they have in their camp, from mud cell phones to cardboard toy trucks. Oh yeah, these guys were making toy trucks out of cardboard. I just, you know, they're resilient. Isn't that a word we've already used too? So rise, perhaps this, perhaps purple again, except that we already did purple, but that's more like a blue and a purple combo. Schedule, I don't know. This beautiful blue sky in the background, I don't know. Can Uganda turn Africa's largest refugee settlement into an urban hub? That might be the way we go, especially if people in our White House have any vote. And they don't care about the vote. They just do what they want to do. Anyhow. Okay, let's see what kind of paper we're going to be working with. I don't know if I'm going to talk all the way through this. I love this. Los Angeles. Okay, so this is what we have to work with. Now this needs to come off. And I can add paper to this, and I really haven't very much, if at all. But I love, this is a English ooh. Okay, here's our page for today, right here. That really goes under here. Okay. So rising out of my envelope is going to be my spread, because this is an envelope. My self-care routine is washi tape. Isn't that yours? Okay. We're going to move forward here. I don't know what I'm going to do. Rise. Let's get our letters out. We haven't... Oh, should we use Amy? Let's use Amy. We haven't used Amy in a while. She's not lost, Kurtie. I didn't touch that cupboard. So, I know exactly where she is. Oh, I need ink. I'm just about through with my drawers. I'm going to do a drawer tour. Is that a you want to see my drawers? Not very fun, but oh well. Alright, let's see. I need a block. I'm going to talk through this one, maybe because they're easier to edit. And I have to go to art in a little bit. And I've already done one video today. We had my brother-in-law and sister-in-law over for dinner last night. And my husband had to chase them off so that he could watch the last episode of Game of Thrones, which I have never gotten into. Oh, there's an S. Okay. R-I-S-E. R-I. And I talked to my ex-mother-in-law last night, which she was really more than a mother-in-law to me because I've known her since I was 4.5. But she just found out about my parents and she was devastated. So it was a rough night. R, that's an L, we need an I. R, I, and then we have 7 days left. This is 7, so we're counting down. Now let's see. I can get just enough water on here to make these things stick long enough for me to stamp. This is what happens when you don't clean your letters or your stamp. Okay. Well, what am I going to stamp it on? I think I'm going to stamp it on this leftover purple because the black will show up. I think my stamp pad is drying out. Okay. Amy Tangerine is getting ready to do her own podcast. How fun is that going to be? This is probably going to go all bad. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Better than I've done before. With a lot more focus. Okay, we got our word. I don't want to lose those guys. Now, should we lose? Because this is all about saving our planet. The ideas and things we're going to have to do to save our planet. I think I like the idea of the windows. Okay, hold on. Arrows, rise, arrows. Let's make arrows out of all kinds of colored paper, since I happen to have a few pieces. And when I mean arrows like Diane from Delusions, from Ranger. She has some awesome arrows. Like really generic, like that, right there. So, and these crazy things. So let's get a bunch of our colored paper out. Just happen to have 2 huge envelopes stuffed with it. Okay, let's cut out some arrows, and I might fast forward through this since it's going to take a bit and talk. So, yep, I'm going through this gigantic one of 2 envelopes and pulling out a rainbow variety of color on different textures, magazine pages, book pages, Hobonichi paper, Tomoe River paper, deli paper, white paper, sticker paper. I just pulled out a conglomeration, and that one has follow the law on it. Do you remember this, Kurtie? Anyhow, whatever. It's what happens when you don't save or throw anything away. So I'm cutting arrows, and I'm making them very sloppy. I'm making them very generic. I'm making them slightly bigger than I was originally going to do, I think. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I want lots of variety of color, shape, textures. That's stuff I printed off from my Procreate with my Apple Pencil. Love. That is kitchen sink paper. I think the one that I made the other day. Book text. I'm trying to come up with different um, colors. Lots of color. Lots and lots of color. Everybody's going to have to rise out of the ashes if we don't take care of our planet, right? Right. And then I decided there wasn't enough blue, so I'm trying to squeeze in a blue in and amongst here. And I'm just going to glue these down and have a ball. Glue stick. Where did the one I was... Oh, here it is. Put on our glasses. We don't need them, but they make the lines straighter, right? Okay. So I just got the idea of borders also. So that's going to evolve into here. Now I don't want to cover up my windows. Can you see all the way? Because I kind of think it's cool to have things tucked in there with color. So some of this is done on magazine paper. Some of it's done on the computer. Some of it's done on book text pages. It's done all, and I purposely made them quite sloppy. I don't want to cover all the window up. I tried to make them colorful. The fact that there's washi tape already down there does not bother me, especially if some of it will stick out. Does not bother me. It just, to me, adds to the color. Now, we have to be able to leave room for rise in there, too. I love this one that the polka dots showed through. I think that was tissue paper under the paper that I painted on. Or over the paper. I don't know. There's 3 layers there. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yes, we have had a fun-filled weekend. Kayaking and boating, and Bella was on her wakeboard, or her knee board that she turns into a surfboard, and hula dances on it. We had dinner plans last night. Okay, so I started to say one time, I never finish a sentence. Okay, now so I want this here. So that means I might be able to move this one over just a tad. I started to say 2 things, I think. We're not going to be here next weekend. We leave Friday afternoon. So I'll have a video for Saturday. So okay, this is 1... Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So the last 2 videos might come out after Monday. It's Memorial Day weekend here, and we're going to the beach. And I don't want to take this with me, but I haven't made up my mind completely. Then I thought about borders too, because I think there's borders in a refugee camp. I don't know. I think. So they're escaping countries, going into refugee camps where they're safer, but they're still within borders, right? I don't know if that's right. For their equal rights, or for the world, or if I'm right about that knowledge. So this whole issue is about conservation and lifestyle changes to meet up with the new world and its issues, and saving our planet and what that's going to entail. And all of my paper is pretty much recycled. The journal's made out of everything recycled. Mostly medical stuff, because they are the biggest paper wasters. Every statement from Medicare comes with like 4 sheets on equal languages and translators and how to find your language, which is great. And it comes with one statement at a time, and sometimes we get 12 and 13 statements a day, and not to mention all the wrapping in a hospital for all that stuff is not recyclable. Okay, so hospitals, at least here, are big huge wasters. I love this. I'm just trying to add some grunge to this, because those refugee camps are nothing but if not grungy, right? But I think they're safer until social issues strike up in there. I'm not speaking as if I'm a professional. I don't know, or an authority on these things. I'm just turning a bad situation into a fun art project. And I love this. Should be doing this with a smaller brush, but oh well. Just a little grungy. We're rising. Our color's rising out of the paper. That is what I call fun. I can still see some of the envelopes, which I'm going to put some more colorful paper, some of these scraps in there. Just like make scrap flakes. Put Amy away so we don't lose her. Fun! Fun! Love it. Love it. Love it. Can you see? Am I doing an in shot at all? Love it. That might be one of my favorite. I say that every day, don't I? Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.